The Bible said there really is a heaven. There really is a hell. And you're going to spend your eternity in one of those two places. There is no neutral. There is no purgatory. There is no rehabilitation center. When eternity comes, you will either be ready for heaven or you will be ready for hell. I had a newspaper reporter one time interviewing me saying, we saw in the advertising that one night you're preaching on the hard truth about hell. I said, that's true. That is one of the messages that God laid upon my heart for this Lost Lamb event, and I will be preaching on that. He said, so you really believe in a literal hell? I said, no, I believe in the Bible, and the Bible says there's a literal hell. And I want you to know that this is important for people to understand the question that he asked me. How can preachers say that God is a God of love, and God is a God of mercy, and God is a God of forgiveness, and yet preach a message entitled The Hard Truth About Hell? If God is a God of love, how could he ever send somebody to a place as horrific as the hell that's in the Bible? I said, let me help you with that, because that's a great question. But the answer is, God is not going to send anybody to hell. You don't decide, well, God is this or God. No, God is God. You decide personally your own fate. No one goes to hell because God sent them there. If you'll read the Bible, you'll find out that if you end up in the eternal judgment of God in a place the Bible calls hell, you'll not be there because God sent you there. You will be there because when he offered a hand of mercy and a hand of forgiveness and gave you an opportunity to make peace with him, you spat on that hand, turned your back, and walked away from him. You chose hell. God didn't choose hell. He said in John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish. That word perish in the original Greek text means face judgment for unrepented sin. God said, I don't want you to perish, but to have everlasting life. And he made a pathway for that plan through the cross of Calvary and his sinless Son, Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish.